What's good, horror horde? This is your boy Horror Gamer back with another video for you. And as you can tell by the video title, we're gonna do a recap of last night's The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. So basically, I'm gonna start doing this every week. You know, I'm gonna sit back, discuss last night's episode of The Last Drive-In, tell you guys what I think, give you guys some some details of what happened, what movies they played. And just all around the atmosphere. So, hope you guys enjoy this because this is something a little fun. But yeah, anyways, let's just get right into it. So, last night's episode of The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob was a phenomenal episode. They went with witches. So, the first movie that they played was Witchboard. And your boy Horror Gamer hasn't seen Witchboard in years. I mean, I'm talking about this movie was made in like the late 80s, mid 80s. And I remember seeing it as a kid when I was younger. And I just don't remember much of it. I remember more of like the old, like the sequels than the original. And I mean, it was a solid movie. It was, about everybody getting together, playing with a Ouija board, fucking around, and unleashing a spirit, which is like what you do in a horror movie when you play with a Ouija board. Somebody's got to fuck around with the Ouija board and just unleash hell on everybody. The Exorcist. Fucking The Exorcist. Captain Howdy and The Exorcist. I mean, that's the main one where they unleash hell. Ouija, that one that just came out, in the past few years. Stay away from the Ouija board, people. What the fuck? Duh. But anyway, I loved in this episode of Joe Bob where they did this skit where Darcy the male girl was going to be a witch. She's a witch. And they were going to have this big battle, mid-show where, Joe Bob was going to defeat Marcy. Well, he thought he was going to defeat Marcy. Why do I keep saying Marcy? Darcy. He said, I'm going to kill you in this, I'm going to do it. So she chose what witch she wanted to be. They got their groups together. And the battle lasted all but, 10 seconds? A minute? It was hilarious. And Yuki is my boy. I mean, I would love to just sit down and pick their brains, man. I would love to sit down and just talk with Joe Bob. This isn't this isn't any paid anything. I just enjoy Joe Bob. I mean, he's fun. I love watching The Last Drive-In, and unfortunately, I haven't been able to watch it for the past over a year because I've been working third shift weekends. So anytime Joe Bob would be on, I'd be missing it. Well, some circumstances happen at work, and now I don't work weekends anymore. So now I'm able to enjoy the drive-in again. And man, what did I miss, bro? Like, Joe Bob was on point. Joe Bob's always on point. Like, he comes at you with the facts. He spits the facts. He hits you with stuff that you don't even know. And it's just all around. It's just a fun time. Last night's episode, for instance, lasted 5 hours. I didn't get to bed until after 3 a.m. But the whole time I was just sucked into the drive-in, And with the second movie he played, it was called The Devil's Rain. And man, that had an all-star cast. I mean, that had John Travolta in it, William Shatner, a couple other bigger names back in the 70s. And it was crazy because Joe Bob, once again, like he always does, spits that knowledge to you. There's a scene in The Devil's Rain where William Shatner ends up getting possessed or ends up losing his soul to the devil, and his eyes get black. Okay. Well, what I didn't know that Joe Bob brought to life was that mask that he wore for that scene was sold to a shop, which later was bought by, the development team of a little, fairly known horror movie called Halloween. That same exact mask, and was painted white, and now is basically the nightmare fuel that is Michael Myers to a whole generation of people. So it's knowledge like that that Joe Bob spits that, you know, people don't know. That's what makes me addicted to that show. Like Joe Bob, when he's on, Joe Bob's king. You know what I'm saying? And we're just, you know, we're just his servants at this point. He's the king of horror. You know, he's the creator of The Last Drive-In, you know, Monster Vision, and he's fun to watch. Him and Darcy together, they have this chemistry where they're just hella good. They just mesh together so well. And yeah, last night's episode was on point, you know, and on H0rr, I believe they become available on Sundays. So if you missed last night's episode of The Last Drive-In, no fret. Sunday, it drops on H0rr. And watch it. I mean, like I said, it was The Devil's Rain and Witchboard. 2 solid drive-in movies. But you'll find yourself coming back more for Joe Bob's knowledge that he spits and his comedy and everything more than the movies. I mean, I watch it with a friend, and we when Joe Bob's talking, we're not. But when the movie's on, we're kind of having a good time, messing around and stuff, talking, you know, yada yada. But I recommend you guys definitely, sorry, definitely go check out some Joe Bob. He comes on every Friday night at 9. Well, I live in Pennsylvania, so it's like 9 my time. But he's definitely, I mean, he's the king of, you know, drive-in monster movie, just fun and excitement. So definitely check that out, guys. Loving Joe Bob. Next week's episode, we're going to see what he talks about. We're going to see what movies they play. We're going to have a little discussion. Let me know in the comment section if you watched last night's episode. Let me know what you think of the movies. Let me know what you think of the knowledge that Joe Bob was spitting. And let me know how you guys like that little battle between Joe Bob and Darcy together, you know. The witch versus the witch hunter. That, you know, that was an epic battle that lasted all but 3 minutes. I'm not going to tell you guys how it ended, but it lasted like 3 minutes. So, all right, H0rr0rr, with all that being said, I hope you liked last night's recap. Don't forget, if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button along with that bell button. That way, every time your boy H0rr0rgamer throws up one of these recaps, a gameplay video, a movie review, you're in the know. Also, smash that like button, because the more likes I get, the more likes I get. It is what it is. Then definitely go to my Twitch channel to check out. That way your boy, you know, when he throws up the H0rr0rgamer plays, I go live on Twitch. I'm going to start a schedule up, so we're going to start doing weekend playthroughs on Twitch. Look out for those. But yeah, your boy also has a giveaway up here. Planning it out. Definitely keep your eyes and ears open for that, because it's coming soon, okay? So look out for that. But all right, H0rr0rr, with all that being said, I love you guys. Thank you guys. And until next time, this is your boy H0rr0rgamer saying, as always, don't fear the darkness. Embrace it.